Hello my fellow investors and welcome back to another video. Today guys, we are going to continue doing these top 3 kind of videos, seeing that you guys really do like them. The last one that I did covering my top 3 favorite ETFs has nearly 900 views. So yeah, you guys definitely seem to like it. So let's continue in the same vein and let's cover my top 3 favorite information technology companies. And I'm going to try and refrain from mentioning the basic ones that everybody knows, like your Microsofts, your Apples, your Nvidias. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to mention 3 that I actually fairly like that aren't necessarily in the mainstream news every single time, okay? So that's what we're going to cover in this video, and not all of them will have dividends, but again, companies are more than just a dividend. So before we get started, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. It really does help here with the algorithm on YouTube as well as Rumble, and make sure to follow us on X. The handle for X will be on the screen at all times throughout this video. So with that said, let's get started with my top 3 information technology companies. So let's start off guys with the first one, and that it is the company Adobe. Now this one I have done several times here on the channel. In fact, here is the assumptions that I made on the video that I did for them just on March 31st of this year. And you guys could see that, well, I was making assumptions for around, what, $218 to around $529 at the peak. And if you guys know what this company's current stock value is right now, y'all know that it is upwards of like $610, which is absolutely incredible to see. So you did have a chance to buy this company as of this year at a low of around $318.60. Now, the reason why I love this company is not just the fact that they have gained 83.42% on 1 year alone, or the fact that they have gained 81.05% on the year to date alone, is also these fundamentals. Here are the graphs for this company's net income, cash flow, revenue, debt, and even shares outstanding. And as you guys could see, they are just incredible, especially that revenue. That trend line is hitting those graphs every single time. So right then and there, it shows that this company is just absolutely incredible. The one quote unquote downside to this company is that unfortunately, they don't pay out a dividend. However, they do buy back shares, which is just another way to give you guys more value. And again, they have risen in 1 year, 80+%. So there's your dividend right there. So all in all, Adobe, the fact that it is a subscription-based company, yes, I understand that you do have the negatives that people pirate Adobe products and that kind of stuff. I fully understand that. However, all in all, it's still an amazing company and people do still buy their products. So this is why Adobe Creative Cloud, it is by far my #1 when it comes to my top favorite list. Now, the second company that I like from the technology sector, it is one that, well, not a lot of people know about. And unless you're in this kind of field, you wouldn't even know about it either. The reason why I know about it is because, well, I'm in this kind of field, guys, and I'm talking about Autodesk Inventor, most specifically just Autodesk in general. I say Inventor because, well, you guys know I am an engineer from 9 to 5 usually, and, well, this is what I use when it comes to my engineering day-to-day kind of work, and it's actually fairly surprising that you can invest in this company. The software that they issue is specifically for engineering. So unless engineering goes away, that is the only way that they're going to falter. And all of their software is so integrated with each other that it's similar to that of Apple, right? It's a subscription-based service. All their software is interconnected with one another. So it's very, very difficult to just switch and move to another software when you already have them. So that's the reason why I like them from a moat kind of standpoint. Now, in addition to that, they've also gained a massive amount on the 1 year, as you guys can see over here. Not as much as Adobe, but almost 14%. And on the year to date, it is almost 21%. And while this is another one that doesn't pay the dividend, the fact of the matter is, guys, is that when you take a look at these graphs, here is the net income, cash flow, revenue, assets minus liabilities, as well as shares outstanding, you guys can see that it's fairly good. Now, the only one that is a little bit off is that of the net income. However, you guys can see that if you eliminate the 3-year-ago value, it's a pretty much straight line to the upside, right? Even though they did have a negative 5 years ago, it's still fairly consistent. So with all of that, this is the reason why I actually do like Autodesk. It is a company that is very, very, it has a very big moat. So I look at this and I'm like, this isn't going to go away anytime soon. This is why I actually like Autodesk as my second technology company. And now the last company that I want to talk to you guys about, it is one that we all use during our favorite time of the year, and that is tax season, because we're going to talk about the company Intuit. This being my third one. They control, guys, TurboTax, which, let's just face it, guys, I mean, we all pay taxes, so this isn't going to stop being used ever, right? Credit Karma, Mint, QuickBooks, and MailChimp. I only know of Credit Karma. I don't know about the other three, but I'm fairly certain people use it. So there you have it, guys. My third company being Intuit. And the reason why I love this company is because of the fact that they have a duopoly essentially with H&R Block. I know that some people may prefer H&R Block, but other may prefer Intuit, seeing that I believe it is free if you're under a certain income level. So just keep that in mind, that for most people, they would actually prefer Intuit or at least TurboTax because of this benefit. Now, in addition to that, this thing has risen a whopping 41.6% on the 1 year and 46.71% on the year to date. In fact, we're near 52-week highs, where the 52-week high is $599 and the current price it is $573.90. As of Friday close, it was $574.30. So yeah, this thing has risen up a massive amount since the beginning of this year. And to add a little bit more to what they bring, guys, they also pay out a dividend. Now, the yield is low at 0.63. However, the payout ratio being 21.26%, a 5-year CAGR on this dividend of 14.59%, 12 consecutive years of dividend payment. So all in all, when it comes to just this year alone, if you invested in this company at the beginning of the year, which it was at around $391, not only did you make 46.71%, you also made on top of that a dividend as well. And when taking a look at these graphs, you guys could see that everything is looking fairly good. The only issue that I see here, it is mainly with the shares outstanding, where they've increased it at around 7% or so in the past 5 years. But all in all, guys, it's still not too bad in comparison to what the net income, the free cash flow, and the revenue is bringing to you guys. So while I understand that Intuit does have a lot of problems when it comes to like lawsuits and that kind of stuff, I do know that they had to pay out something relating to like a lawsuit just a few years ago. They're still a juggernaut. They're still here. The people are still using them. That's never going to stop. So this is the third company in the technology sector that I like. So all in all, that pretty much concludes this video. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. And please do not take this video as a way to invest in these companies. Again, this is not financial advice, and every investment is the present value of all future cash flow. So make sure you do your own due diligence if you would like to invest in these 3 companies or in any company that you would like. Now, we're going to keep this trend where next Monday, or at least when I'm recording this on Sunday, I'm going to cover now my top 3 favorites for the communication sector. This is going to be a little bit more difficult because, well, it's a much smaller sector, but still, we're going to cover that next Monday. So before we go, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. It really does help here with the algorithm on YouTube. And of course, share, guys. It really does help. With that said, peace out, and we'll see you all next time.